Good morning. Right, today's challenge. I was wiring a lot of CCTV up. I'll show you that in a minute. The latest bit is, I know I keep banging on that I'm going to have more made for the back of this. Well, the bus stop VW are on with it now, so I need to start ripping out. And this is the risky bit of, will it all be done in time to fit for the meet? Am I going to be on a fishing bed again? I hope not. So basically, as you can see, this is the setup I've got. Excuse the mess because I'm ragging everything out, so it's all over. What we're going to do is we're going to take this stretcher base out, because at the minute it's plonked on top. I've got my little frame here, as you can see, that pulls out to make it a much larger bed for myself, or a double if there's someone else in. Never is. So yeah, I want it higher because I can't fit my water tank under there at the minute, and it's very limited for storage. Also, I've found that because I've got the extra tall kitchen units, I can't quite see what I'm cooking. So if I make the bed 5 inches taller, it's obviously going to be easier to see. So worth a bash. Who doesn't want all having 5 inches higher through 7 foot long? Maybe that's a lot of extra storage. So let's crack on. So here we go. I'm going to totally get rid of this bit because this is going to be just left in the up position. I'm going to put a receiver here where I can put a recovery point in, a tow bar plate, or a big rack on the back, which it's going to live with the rack on the back apart from off-roading. So that means I can just get in from this side here. If I take this out, just gives me a bit of extra room. These desperately need retrimming now. I'm thinking retrim the bases because they're comfortable and make taller backs. I think that's the way forward with it. Might even make a little mechanism here, so when I pull it, the whole thing's hinged and it pulls another back piece down into place. That'd be quite nice. So let's crack on and see, because obviously there's a lot of, you're not going to see this. Let's just get me little torch. So what we're doing is basically I've pulled this up. There's a line of rivets that's going to go full length. So we'll drill all those rivets out, we'll take all the screws out of the bottom, and hopefully this box will come out. Worst case, we'll just zip the grinder down there and smash the thing out. Wow, this isn't fun. So I'm just carrying on now, just pulling the bit of carpet back and then just drilling everywhere I find a rivet. Those that ever wondered what was under my bed, it's spare fluids, lubricants, oils, waters, antifreeze, all kinds of crap, chainsaw oils. And this one, I've got no end of spares, manuals, anything really, excuse the strap, that you never ever need to get to, but if you ever do need it, you need it. So yeah, just going to increase that storage. So I'm going to crack on. It's no fun to watch, but it's just a bit of an update, isn't it? Defeated by this. I've got every screw and rivet that I can find, but it's going to have to come down to brute force and ignorance, and I've got an NVQ level 3 in that. Well, this could do with some oil. I did try pry bar before anyone says it. Right, let's find all the points where it's not pulled away. So we had a bit of an accident. I started to get a bit vexed and went mad with the high lift jack and the pry bar and just smashed everything to bits. So I think we need to tidy up now. But this is the progress so far. What I'm going to do is, this here will be the line that I'm going to try and aim for all the way along, again about 5 inches taller, and a much better lift up system, because before I had this hatch here and everything falls out off-road because the doors didn't work properly. So excuse me, just focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have lift up tops. I think this is going to be one of them things where I build it and rebuild it, but we'll see. So there we go, just cleaned everything back. So this is the space we've got to work with. Next job is, you can see where I've bodged everything temporary onto this rail here to give me light, but we're going to overboard this as well, so we need to take the handrail off, you know, so if you're in the back of the ambulance while it's moving, you've got something to grab to. Well, we're never going to need that, so that's coming out. We can retrim this light here onto the bottom of it, and then the cupboard that's going in here, I've got a separate LED light for that, which they'll both be done separately. So let's get cracking with that now. Let's drill it out. Right, so there's been a bit of a inconsistency in the videos. Recent being I've been working away a lot, and also I've had a million jobs to do, and at the end of the day YouTube is a hobby, not an income, so it has to come down the list. But I'm nearly done in here now. You've seen the ripping out. I've had to do this in 2 parts. It's actually after the prepper meet now, so I just want to say cheers to everybody that came to the meet. I made it a cracking weekend. So let's have a little look round, shall we, and see what we managed to get done with the cabinets. So we'll start off with the bed base. This isn't a permanent fitting. This was basically made so I could get the weekend down south in, and I've got something to sleep on. But the overall height and everything has worked amazingly well. What I'm going to do is build another box inside this box, Inception style, and basically the whole front here will come out on a rail to make the double bed as I did before, but I'll probably have it on some sort of nice mechanism rather than just pulling the thing out. So that's the bed there. Also we have clad that horrible netting, which I think tidies it up no end. The lighting that I've got in is a temporary lighting that's just got me through the weekend again. This centre aluminium strip will be cut down to size, added to this lip, and a new LED light put in there. And the bit that I really like is these above cupboards. I think these have come out lovely. They've matched really well. I'll show you a little bit closer on these. So what we basically have got is this end one that's on its own is a separate cupboard, and basically it's the usual things. It's your toiletries. So that is my ablutions, that's my bathroom cupboard. Then the other ones, it doesn't give you massive amounts of storage, but you know, like cleaning products and bits and pieces like that, and you know, more it's the stuff that ends up jamming in every cupboard, and there's no order to it. So you get your teas, coffee, sugars. It's stuff that doesn't weigh much, but takes up cupboard space. So that's them now sorted, which gives me a lot more space. Under the bed has basically emptied these 2 cupboards plus all the junk that I usually keep on my bed. So like I say, I've still got things to sort in there, but it's my recovery gear, my oils, my water tanks, things like that that take up the space and you don't want in your cupboards. So I'm fairly pleased with that. Well, I'm not fairly pleased, I'm very pleased. The fit and finish can be adjusted, because as I'm sure you're all aware, after trying to get everything done in time, it was just pure chaos. Just get this round so I can see what I'm doing. Absolute chaos. So hopefully over the next few weeks we can get stuff sorted. The prepper meet got very little footage on that, so don't get too excited about that for now. It's not going to be an amazing video because, for example, first day I got there, I went to the toilet, which was only a couple 100 metres away. It took me 1 hour and 3/4 to get there and back. You just, I love it, don't get me wrong, you can't film it, if that makes sense, because you wander off to the toilet without your camera and you talk to someone for the best part of 2 hours, and then the next person, the next person, the next person. You just can't get any filming in, and I don't like shoving the camera in people's faces, because at the end of the day, like my weekends, it's your holidays, and some people don't like it. So what I have got from that though is spoke to a few people, and there'll be more of the vehicles, different vehicles as well, not just Land Rover stuff. So more, you know, more videos coming up, and thank you very much for watching. I'm just going to show you a couple of items that I keep forgetting to put in videos. So we've got this one here. This is from Mr. Scooty, and he must know the ridiculous things I like. I've had a few fire steels off him, but this was something a bit different, and I wanted to play with it before I did a video of it because it's something a bit different. It is a waterproof canister with the world's biggest ferrocerium rod on it, and inside it fire making gear. So you got a bit of fat wood, a bit of impregnated cotton wool, I'd say that is, and a bit of a hacksaw blade. And this thing throws so well. I don't know if you can get this. This is just off the back of a. If you can't make fire with that, there's something wrong with you. So yeah, I just thought that was amazingly cool. So I think that's going to have to go with the ridiculous knife somehow. We're going to have to make something for that to go together. It might even end up with its own little holster thing because it is that chunky of an item. It's absolutely brilliant. So I just want to say thank you again to Mr. Scooty for that. And I'm starting to get into this Gucci kit stuff. Every time I look at kit, I think I'm going to buy another Land Rover part, but really appreciate that. The other one, I've played with this for the last couple of weeks. Oh, Ash off Instagram, my keyring arrived, thank you very much. And my Through Night TI3, absolutely brilliant bit of kit. I take it to work more than anything else. Lives on the keys, it's got a little paper clip thing. I thought it was going to be crap at first because I turned it on and it did that. I was like, oh dear. Then you got the normal setting, and then you got the ridiculous setting. So, and it's a sunny day at the minute, so you can imagine. I mean, that doesn't do it justice. I should do it on a night time, but yeah. What did everyone else ask about? I can't remember. People ask you stuff in the comments, and I get loads of PMs about what's this and what's that. So I'm gonna start just showing the little bits that people are asking about. You know, the knives. People say, "What's the knives?" I know I've answered it in older videos, but there's people that have just started subscribing and asking the same questions. So I know Funky does this a lot, and I get why he does it now. And he explains every item that he uses for that reason. So there we go. That is the update for now. Next job I think will be looking at retrimming this, but it's not urgent because I've got a million other jobs. There's a solar system to come on here that I need to fit, and I need to crack on with that back rack. I've binned off the idea of putting a motorbike on the back, purely because the fella, I can't remember your name, at the prepper meet with the amazing electric bike, big fat tyres. I think I've got a few pictures of it in the next video. 20 mile an hour, and you can pedal assist on that as well. 50k range on it. That's going to be the winner for going on the back of here, so it's going to have to be one of them. So that's just for when I park up, awnings out, I can go up to wherever without having to move the vehicle. I'll stop waffling now, and I think I've got most of the footage for the next video, so I'll get that cracked on, and we should get back up to speed now. I'm not working away. Thanks for your patience, you lot.